Welcome, guys. This is Jamal with the Set Apart Trader Trading Channel, and I want to thank you for tuning in for another market breakdown, market recap, journal, whatever the case may be. What we do on this channel is we praise the Most High Yahuwah, and we also trade. So if this is your first time tuning into our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Love to have you to be a part of our family. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let the algorithm know that this channel, the content that we're pushing out, is very beneficial for those who are in the markets and who are walking a set apart life as well. Also, hit that notificational bell, because once you do that, next time I do an upload, if I go live throughout the week, you will be notified initially. And also, if you would like to join our family in our Discord group, the link will be in the description below. With that being said, guys, let's dive into today's trade recap. So today we was able to take advantage of the NASDAQ market. We took some longs and we also took some shorts. But today I want to actually talk about the long position, because I don't want this recap to be super long, right? So this is the executions you can see here on the screen. If you just look right here, that was our entry for our short. That was our exit. For the longs, where our entries was right here, and then market gave us a second entry, right? So this is the execution page. So let me jump now to the actual charting page. So this is the where I do my markups, where I have my key levels when I'm anticipating to get into the trade. So a couple things happened, right? If we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see a little bit clearer the idea, and then we can re-engineer the reason for getting into these positions, right? So on the 1 hour time frame, if you look closely here, we have this 1 hour bullish fair value gap that's sitting at a discount, right? Because if we take our Fibonacci and we go from the low of that candle that gave us that Fibonacci, that gave us that fair value gap, to the high right here, we can see that price is below the 50% retracement zone. So that means anything below this level here, we're looking for long opportunities. So because this is below the 50% level, and this is a bullish fair value gap, this is a discount PD array. So when we're looking for opportunities to go long, we want price to be inside of a discount PD array, whether it's a bullish order block, whether it's a bullish fair value gap. Once it takes out a sell side liquidity in those type of forms, that's when we can look for opportunities to go long. So essentially, I had that 1 hour fair value gap on my chart, and I was looking to see what price does once it got into that level. So if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, this is going to give us an indication of why we were waiting for the price to play out, and then we could take advantage of this trade. So we can see that market open, it dropped nicely, right? And then the next candle at 9:45 is where we got the Asian low, which was marked off right here at 24,815, was swept at 9:45, right? So now we have the 9:45 Asia sell side liquidity being swept. That's one indication that, hey, once a discount array has been swept, let's go on the lower time frame to see if we could get an entry. So then we see another thing happen, right? Price trade away from this level here, and then it drives lower inside this 1 hour fair value gap that we just pointed out earlier on the 1 hour time frame, right? So if we now drop down to the 5-minute time frame, let's see what's happening right now at this time, right? We can see that here at 11 o'clock and 11:35 we have a SMT divergence. What is that exactly, right? So the sister pair for NASDAQ is the ES, the S&P 500. And what a SMT is, where we have right now, we can see that at this time, 11 o'clock, and this 11:35 candle, it formed a higher low, right? Now, if we go to the ES pair, we can see at that same time, the 11 o'clock and the 11:35 candle, that formed a lower low, right? So price is inside a discount PD array, the 1 hour bullish fair value gap, and price is also giving us a bullish SMT. So that's two indication that, hey, this could be an opportunity to go long, right? So if we go to the 1 minute time frame, we can see here several things happening, right? We have this fair value gap that was formed at 9:54 a.m. Price respected it. We got our first entry. Price traded away, and then price dropped down to that 1 hour fair value gap. And look at the bodies. This is the way to feel confident about a trade when the market is going sideways or taking a long time for it to reach its target, right? You have the bodies right here. Look how the last closed candle low, how the body closed right at the midpoint of this fair value gap. And then the body fully engulfed it, retested, and then traded away and printed another fair value gap here as well, right? So that was another reason for taking this trade, is because this area right here is respecting the bullish fair value gap. This level right here, because price closed the way it did here with this bullish engulfing candle, that was an indication that price is rejecting the idea of trading lower at this time. So that now was another opportunity for me to go long. So I took my second entry at that level right there. So we have bullish higher time frame PD array being respected, being treated as a support level. We also have SMT divergence. Another thing for my specific model is price is below the midnight opening price. That's a good indication that we're going to go long. Another is price is trading at a discount level. Very important. If you're buying, you want to be buying at a discount, right? So those are a couple things that made me feel really confident about this trade. Now, the last thing that I look for is this push that gave us this fair value gap right here, right? From this last low to this push here, higher before it retraced. If we put on our fib tool, we'll see that price is at an optimal trade entry zone, right? So from this low here to this high, when price retraced, we can see that this last down close candle, it respected the high quadrant of this fair value gap, and also it was trading at the optimal trade entry. So those were a few key indicators for me to be able to feel confident that I could go long in this position. Now, if we also now go to the 5-minute time frame, we can see that price, after it revisited that level here, it gave us a nice impulse candle right here, giving us another 5-minute bullish fair value gap at this price level right here, right? This bullish fair value gap right here is what I'm referring to. Now, price traded away from it, then it revisited the fair value gap, and look at the inside of these bodies, right? When you look at a fair value gap and you see that the bodies, especially if it's a bullish fair value gap, look at the bodies of each candle. Each of the bodies of the candles, they're staying above the midpoint level here, right? The midpoint level is right here on your screen, right here. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Right here is the midpoint of this fair value gap. Look how the bodies of each candle after this bullish fair value gap was printed, how each of the bodies of the candles was closing above this midpoint level. That's a good sign if you're in a long position that price is actually going to move in your direction, right? Now, when price broke above, revisited the high one last time, and then started trading higher. Once price broke these relative equal highs that's to the left, around between 1030 and 1040, that was a market structure shift. My stop loss at that time was moved to break even, because at that point I feel confident that price is going to move towards my initial target. Now, mind you, my target was the London high. I thought price was going to move back and retrace back to London's high that was formed earlier. However, once price came up to this level here, price started stalling out, doing a lot of consolidation, and around 405 is where I was able to close out my trade for the day. That's how I managed this trade today. I hope this video was edifying for those who are learning how to trade and wanting to see how these concepts are working. Now, if you would like to join our Discord, this is the Discord here. In here, pretty much I'm sharing, if I'm in a trade, the opportunity, I share what it looks like. I give sometimes market overview and insights. This is a community of people who are trying to learn how to trade. This community is just a group of people who are like-minded, right? People who are followers of the Most High, people who are trying to live a narrow life, walk that narrow path. And also we're using our knowledge of the financial markets to be able to capitalize and earn a living while we're here, right? So if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and please hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it does help supporting this channel. Again, thanks for tuning in to the Set Apart Trader channel. Until next time, be good to yourself. Shalom to you and your household.